My name is Amy Neville, and I'm with the Alexander Neville Foundation, as well as the Southeast Valley Community Alliance. I am the director for the Community Alliance, and I am the president of the foundation. And the foundation is named after my son, Alexander, who lost his life 5 years ago now to a fentanyl-laced pill through Snapchat. So through the Alexander Neville Foundation, we started because we were really confused on how did this happen in our house? We thought we had the guardrails in place and we were doing the things we were supposed to be doing as parents. And unfortunately, this showed us how wrong we were and how much information was not being shared with the general public about these types of harms. And so we set out to meet with anyone and everyone that was an expert on this subject. So lawmakers, doctors, psychologists, law enforcement. And when it came time to create content and information, something was still missing, and that was the youth voice. So starting in November of 2020, we started talking to teens all across the country to figure out what it is we really should be doing and how we should be doing it. And I still hold those listening sessions to this day. Youth inform all of the work that we do. And when I create new things, I run it by young people first, because before I take it on the road, I want to make sure it resonates. I don't want to be the old lady showing up to a school saying, oh, hey, here's what I think you should be doing. That's not my style. I want just to give you the real relatable information, and you're going to make informed choices. So there are a lot of harms out there on social media. Most people know social media is bad, scary. There's harmful things out there, but they think, oh, my kid will never do that. Or I know everything that my kid is doing. But the reality is we just don't. And yet your kid is smart, and your kid might not ever do this until they do this. You never know when the time is right for something to happen. And we're talking about drug dealers reaching out to them and taking advantage of them. We're talking about sexual predators coming online. Right now, sextortion is the fastest growing online harm. Our kiddos are fine in the morning and they connect with somebody on social media. Next thing you know, they're exchanging pictures, and this person now tells them, give me money or I'm going to tell everybody about this, and they don't know what to do. And with the developing brain, impulse control at that time, around that age is difficult. And so sometimes these kiddos are ending up taking their own life and not knowing where to turn. So we need to get out there and understand these social media harms better. We need to understand that there are real people attached to these harms, and these companies are taking advantage of our kids and adults too. So for me, prevention means getting the information out to others that we didn't have when Alexander died. We were a really open household. We talked about these types of issues, but we were not operating with all the information and didn't even realize that fentanyl was as prevalent as it was, or even existed in the dark market or the dark web as it does now. And we didn't realize the depth of social media harms. We thought it was sexual predators and bullies, and we looked for those things. And so prevention to me is getting that information out to families, communities, so that everyone can take the best course of action for their families and for themselves. So one of the facts is that these companies are designed for addiction. The snap streak, the constant dings, the gamification is to get us coming back for more and more and giving us that dopamine hit. And so now we're not able to put these phones down. We're not able to look away from them. And our kiddos are the most impacted. And parents take their phone away from kids these days as a punishment. 20 minutes later, 30 minutes later, that kid is freaking out. I'm bored, and give me my phone back, and they're having a temper tantrum over it. But that's because their brain is craving that dopamine, and it doesn't know what to do without that phone at this point. And so we need to wean our young people off of these devices, off of these apps, taking breaks, setting a schedule, having the internet go off at certain times in your house, or having the phone go off at a certain time each night. Getting the phones out of the bedrooms is huge, because we all do it, right? We wake up in the middle of the night, we have to go to the bathroom, we come back, we pick up our phone and just see what time it is, or next thing you know, maybe we see we have a message, and now we're totally distracted from going back to sleep. And so get the phones out of the bedrooms, get that old-fashioned alarm clock.